This is Perfect Harvest MLP Studios.
Hello every hope you're well, happy November, and it's my birthday! Yay! Yeah, I'm a quarter of a century now. Yay! Anyway, no, we've just come back today from a really nice week in the Lake District. Weather could have been better, but still, it's the Lake District, what do you expect? But I digress. We've got a Q&A to do, as usual, at the beginning of every month. So, let's get to the questions, shall we? From YouTube.
That modelling bloke asks, what was the worst/best place you've been for a holiday? Lovely video as always.
First off, let's talk about the best holidays that I've had. And I think that's really any family holiday that I've had. Specifically family holidays to Sandbanks or Bournemouth or Poole. Anywhere in Dorset, really. Every family holiday that I've had in the Lake District, apart from one, which I'll discuss in a minute. 2017, when we went to Devon, that was a really nice holiday. There are loads and loads of different instances where we've gone to different places and made loads and loads of really cherishable memories. The worst holidays... the first worst holiday I think we had was 2009. The very first time we went to the Lake District. We went to a place called St Bees, right on the coast of Cumbria. We knew that it was going to be some sort of village on the coast. We thought we had access to the beach and that. And we got there and we were driving down the street trying to find the house we were going to stay in. And we thought, yeah, this looks dodgy. And we got to the house that we were staying in. And we thought, okay, yeah, it's a little bit tatty, but, what can you do? We're only here for a few days. And then we started looking a bit deeper. One of the settees had lost a leg and was propped up by 4 books. There were crumbs and hairs in the cutlery drawers, and there was food in the corners of the dishwasher. There was also a mouldy fruit pastel and a missing jigsaw piece under one of the settees. And that was only the house. Then we started going around the village. It turned out that we didn't have access to the beach because it was about 3 miles away from the house itself. And when we got there, it wasn't even a nice beach. It rained every day. And then there were 3 pubs. One of them, the Queen's Head, that was all right. We went in there a couple of times. It was very nice food. Another one called the Albert, we never went in. It just looked a bit of a hooligans pub. And then there was another one, literally called the Oddfellows Arms. And yeah, every time we walked past there was always only one person in the bar, and it was always the same person. It was the kind of place where if you went into any pub that wasn't the Queen's Head, you got the feeling that everybody was going to turn around and look at you as if you were an alien. So I think that was the worst holiday that we've ever had. The next worst holiday was in 2011 when we went to Cowes, which is a town on the Isle of Wight. Now, we'd visited Cowes before, but never actually stayed there. And we stayed in this really grotty townhouse, which wasn't really suitable for a family of 6. It was more suitable for like an away group of... lads on a night out or something. This house was right in the middle of a big housing estate. There were loads of other lovely places that we went to on the Isle of Wight whilst we were there. It's just the house that we stayed in wasn't very nice.
Alvarez Chavez Dana Isabel asks, firstly, favourite pony?
Seasoned viewers of this channel knew what was coming. Yeah, my favourite pony is Trixie. I've got lots of other favourites from MLP, but Trixie's my favourite. I just love her character. She's absolutely bonkers, and she's very attractive as well. Well, that's G4. With regards to G5 favourites, I mean, I could not choose Izzy as my favourite, could I?
What inspired you to collection?
I've been collecting lots and lots of different toys pretty much since I came into this world, really. Model cars I've been collecting ever since I was a baby, really, but I didn't really get into them as a serious hobby until I was about 9 or 10. I started collecting MLP in 2017 because I don't know, I'd heard about it and I thought I might as well go and see what all the fuss is about surrounding the show, and I liked it. well, I loved it really, and so that's how I got into collecting MLP. And then I collect key rings, militaria, badges, loads and loads of stuff. I'm not really sure what inspired me to do it, but I think it's just a love of collecting really.
First pony in your collection.
Well, here they are. So, first off, let's talk about this little lady all over on the left-hand side. So, this is a 2000 McDonald Happy Meal toy of Sundance from Generation 2 of My Little Pony. Now, the story behind her is that I had one of these when I was about 3. Got her by mistake. I got a girl's Happy Meal toy instead of a boy's one. And nevertheless, I remember absolutely adoring her. I remember the one I had came with a little house. Then, some years down the line, something clicked, whether it was me or my parents, but I gave her away, possibly because somebody thought that ponies were quote-unquote for girls, even though they're for everyone, really. Years down the line, after I'd become a brony, I've been thinking about, trying to get another one. And I'd looked at them on eBay, but they're all really expensive because they're all over in America and had really, really expensive postage on them. And then my friend from Snups and Instagram, blos.somforth, said that he got one of these. Would I like it? And so I said, yeah, I'd love her, thank you very much. Next to her, we have 5 blind bag figures from Wave 18. Now, I bought these guys literally just after I became a brony. Now, the reason why I bought these instead of a Brushable, first off, was because I was still a bit worried about becoming a brony. I was still worried about conforming to social norms. And I thought, but if I have blind bag figures, they're smaller, I'll be able to have more of them and keep them more secret. I bought these ones and I felt through the package, I thought, that's going to be Pinkie Pie, that one's going to be Fluttershy or Rainbow Dash, that one's going to be Twilight, that one's going to be Princess of some sort, and that one's going to be Rarity. But I didn't realise at the time that the wave that was in shops didn't necessarily have the characters that I wanted. So instead of Pinkie Pie, I got Flower Wishes. Instead of Rarity, I got Gardenia Glow. Instead of Rainbow Dash, I got Fluttershy in a Rainbow Dash mould. Instead of Twilight, I got Comet Tails. And I got Princess Cadance. And I thought, okay, that's all right. I've got these characters, that's enough. But then I got the brony fever and thought, but I actually want the main 6. So it just expanded from there, really. But I really cherish these guys a lot because they were my very first ponies. Comet Tails in particular, seeing as he was the stand-in for Perfect Harvest, my OC, before I actually got customs of him. And then next to the blind bag figures, we have a Pearlescent Explorer Equestria Pinkie Pie Brushable. She was the very first G4 Brushable I had. I just saw her in the shops and I thought, well, she's Pinkie Pie. I love Pinkie Pie. And then lastly, on the end, is my very first Equestria Girl. I've always had Equestria Girl minis. They're just more show accurate, really, and easier to look after. So it's Equestria Girl's Rarity in her pep rally costume. So yeah, these are my first ever MLP toys in their respective categories.
Favourite generation?
I think G4 has got to be the top favourite for me and pretty much everybody else. I mean, it's the reason why we all got into the franchise, really, and the fandom. Yeah, the writing is so great, and there's so many different characters. Next up, I think even though we've only seen a little bit of it, G5 might be up next. I mean, I love Izzy, and the animation in that looks absolutely awesome. I haven't really seen much of Generation 1 or Generation 2 TV shows, to be honest. But I've seen a little bit of G3, and whilst the writing quality is nowhere near that of G4, it is still cute. It's very fun to watch, very colourful. And so I think that might be my third favourite. Definitely more than G3.5, that's for sure. But yeah, G4 is definitely my favourite generation of MLP.
And finally, G4 brushables you want?
The only G4 brushables that I really want now are a G4 brushable of either Luna or Cadance. I know I've got a Twilight alicorn in that exact same mould, but yeah, I've got G4.5 brushables of Luna and Cadance, but they're just not the same. I just really want one of the original ones, to be honest. They just got a bit more charm about them. I know the G4.5 ones are technically more show accurate to the body sculpts and colours anyway, but yeah, I would just really like an original G4 Cadance or Luna. From Instagram,
blos.somforth asks, how was your trip to UK PonyCon?
well, blos.somforth, I will refer you to my video that I did about my UK PonyCon haul, but because I give a brief description in there. But just to summarise, I had an absolutely awesome time. Made some new friends, got lots and lots of new gear, and saw some awesome cosplay. It was fantastic, and I'm disappointed that I could only go for one day out of the 2 days, but next year I'll probably go for the whole weekend. So yeah, but it was really enjoyable, thank you.
Sniffing Plastic Ponies asks, how did you get into MLP?
Well, Sniffing Plastic Ponies, if you want the short version, I will refer you to my video that I made about how I became a brony, which the link will be in the description of this video. Don't know why I'm pointing down there. But yeah, but if you want the long version, I'll explain it now. In 2015, I stumbled upon hotdiggitydemon.com's pony.mov, the very gory and adult humour version of My Little Pony. And I watched it and I thought, okay, that's funny, but I didn't think anything of it. Then I found it again 2 years later in 2017, and I actually thought, what's the actual show like? But at the time, I was still very conscious that MLP was mainly considered a little girls show. And so I thought, maybe I'll check out some other parodies and see what it's like. Brought me on to watching the Mentally Advanced series by Fim Flam Philosophy on YouTube, and I really enjoyed this one. It's very, very funny, and I love the different representations of the characters that they have, and all the episodes are based around episodes from season 1 and 2. I thought to myself, after I watched this, maybe it's time that I actually do check out the show. And so then I started watching clips of MLP FIM on YouTube, and I loved it. I know that watching parodies before the actual show is a really weird and unconventional way of getting into the fandom, but yeah, that's literally how it happened. But if you want the shortened version, go and watch my YouTube video. But I hope that answers your question.
Fluttershy MLP asks, do you prefer G4 or G5? Open brackets, personally I prefer G4, close brackets. blos.somforth also asks, what's your favourite generation of ponies?
Well, blos.somforth and Fluttershy MLP, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I mean, I think I'm probably going to go for G4 in terms of the show, mainly. That's my favourite. G5, of what I've seen of it, looks amazing and it's really well done. But we haven't seen enough of it yet for it to sort of really fully sink in as one of my favourites. But I still absolutely love it. So yeah, but I still think I have to agree with you. G4 is my favourite generation of ponies.
And finally, May's Vintage Ponies asks, where did you go to school? Smiley content face.
Looking through these photos that I found on the internet of my old schools, it's filled me with a little bit of nostalgia. So this is my primary school, the very first school that I went to, Boddington Primary School, in a little village just a couple of miles up from where I live. And I was there from 2001 until 2004. I was there from obviously reception till the end of year 2. And at the end of the year 2, my parents decided that it was a small school and I wasn't getting the education I deserved, so they moved me to a prep school called Bilton Grange, just outside of Rugby, in Warwickshire, and I was there from year 3 until year 8, so from when I was just about 7 to when I was 13. I had some brilliant times there, made loads and loads of friends, and as you can see, it's just an awesome looking school with some great grounds. And then after I finished my common entrance exams at Bilton, I went to my secondary school, which was called Bloxham School, in a little village called Bloxham in Oxfordshire. I didn't really enjoy this school as much as Bilton. I mean, I was there all through my GCSEs and A-levels up until just before I went to college, before university. But I got bullied there. So, yeah, I didn't enjoy that so much. But, yeah, I hope that answers your question. So, that's all the questions for November. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed making it. Once again, as always, thank you very much to everybody who submitted a question. And I will see you in December. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you soon.
So this is where we're staying. First day here in the Marina Village in Windermere. And yeah, the mist is just starting to clear. You can see the hills just about on the other side of the lake. But yeah.
Birthday Bob. Family holidays to Sandbanks, Poole and Bournemouth. Also bloody phone. Somebody's texting me. Sorry about that. Let's start again. Happy birthday to me. Don't wanna get a copyright strike, so I'll stop singing now. Crucified that. Which is right on the coast of Cumbria. That blooming phone. That didn't go well. Right. Excuse me. Start again. This isn't going well, as usual. I've enjoyed making. Oh dear.
So, calling all flingers, fling us a fling, and a note to all singers, don't sing. All sausage doctors, kindly lend us your hats, and the spoke on the end of a thing. And if you cannot obey, then you will wither away, and your feet will become very sore. And you'll open up your window and you'll suddenly find that a peanut has knocked on your door. It doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. If you understand this, then you're mad. It doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. And the singing is also quite bad.